Okay, first, full disclosure. So, the end of last game, I went to go look at the stats or highlights or something. The game crashed. When I loaded up the autosave, it took me right before we even started the game. So, I had to go in here and basically force win home. But, you know, basically all those highlights in that game, the stats, none of it holds. So, the Wallace pick, the JC pick, the long bomb to Leggett gone. The long bomb to Sanders gone. Sacks gone. But I mean, obviously there is some stats there. Probably doesn't even matter going over it. It's gone to history. It's gone. Poof. Never happened. Ultimate or alternate universe. Unfortunately, there was I don't know of a way to force stats and all that stuff. So now the fortunate thing is that I think that like every other AI controlled team, basically the result win loss is kind of decided like when you get to the week. So like right now, because every time I basically simmed, like the Buccaneers were always 0-6 when they face us here. So like I already think that the next week's or I'm sorry, the results for every AI controlled team for this week has already been decided. We just don't know them yet. Um, but just for shit's sake, we can go to league schedule, and you can see that there's no. This is the only force home win. Everything else is none. I didn't. I don't like fucking around with that shit. But I think it was a good game. I mean, what Arch threw for easily over 448 yards. I remember seeing that stat, and I remember he threw after that. So yeah, that's the only thing. I guess we can take a look at the stats because in one of the I was trying I kept simming it and then we would get injuries and I didn't think that fair at all. But some of them I saw Lenora Sellers got some rushing yards, so I didn't really check that here. Oh shit! Apparently he got some snaps. No attempts. Apparently he just went into hand the ball off. Vizina too, or Vizina? Okay, maybe I'm smoking something. Why would they be on here? I don't know. Where is Sellers again? Okay, maybe they just get added because he's on IR. I don't know. Maybe they just get added for like these force wins. I don't know. But there was a game where he had like 3 carries or something like that when I was looking at the stats. I was trying to match, best stats we could. Like I just don't think it fair. That one of the offensive linemen gives up 3 sacks or something like that when they didn't in the game. But ultimately, this is kind of it. Still have this. This is just out of curiosity each week. Same players except for one team, the Bucks. Now we're not gonna we don't want to offer. We're gonna give you Jordan Marshall, but apparently they're having some issues there with Baker. They want a quarterback, and we've got him in spades over here. All right, Buccaneers 0-6. We hold their first round pick. We also have the Broncos who are 1-4. We have their first round pick from trade backs last draft. We're Yep, us and the Bears, man. Is it destiny for us to face off? Arch Manning versus Fernando Mendoza, the two more pocket passer friendly QBs coming out of that draft. All right. So we hold the first and third pick right now. Kind of corny, but they were legit trade downs. They offered it. The Broncos, I think we were sitting at. So we were at 4. We traded to the Steelers at 7. They gave us a second round pick for it, and I think a late round pick. And then we were at 7, and the Broncos said, "Here, we want to move up 2 spots. Take next year's first round pick." And we said, "Okay, sure, we'll do that." And now we're sitting at 1 and 3, and I don't really have a lot of needs. So I'm just gonna, I'm just. This is way too early, but I like talking about this stuff out loud to myself at night, alone in the dark. I'm going to probably punt. I want first round picks and draft capital for multiple different things. Like there's going to come a time where we're not going to have enough cap space for the players that we would like to keep. It's just it's inevitable, and it's likely going to happen the same year that we have to sign the quarterback that we want to keep long term. Unfortunately, that's just going to be the case, and I would like to have some draft capital for either a trade for another player that is good and maybe hurts the cap a little less, or to draft a player for their replacement. So, um, and having quarterbacks with a good to high overall is also going to help in possible trades. It's going to come down to like who do we want to see long term at quarterback for the future. All right, Buccaneers. They are mid to horrid on both offense and defense. But before we come up with a game plan, we'll definitely. Oh, let me finish that thought. Before we come up with a game plan, we're going to look at their depth chart, the injury report, etc. Okay. So Arch Manning, I think he only threw for like 200 yards as opposed to like. So he would be leading right now the league. But you know what? They always try to keep us down. Also, both Scorton and Umamielen have 7.5 sacks. Why they're not on the list? It's because they're, again, trying to keep us down. Yeah, the fucking computer just rage quitted on me after we beat the Niners. So I had to force the win. Fuck that shit. I ain't playing that over again. It was a fun game to watch, and I want it to live in canon in our memories. All right, let's take a look at their staff. We did that last time. We haven't played the Falcons yet, and we're looking to sweep the Buccaneers here. West Coast zone run. I think it's these West Coast schemes that kind of fucking hurt us. With these dinking and dunking and quarterback scrambles. We get Taylor back next week. That's going to be nice. Okay, I haven't seen this yet until now, but yeah, okay, I remember Rev's out. Oh, Gibbs is still out. Elijah Simmons, Van Ginkel, Andrew Van Ginkel, Pat Coogan. Man, it's nice to play Bucks twice while their star free agent running back signee is out. All right, Baker Mayfield, man, he's regressed. He was like high 80s 2 years ago, maybe 86 last year. Bucky Irving's back, and he always gives us fits. He always gets some running yards there. Chris Godwin, Egbuka. I think Egbuka was out last time, wasn't he? Hunter Henry, Wirfs, Lewis. This guy's the bitch. He's secondary and third bitch. This is the guy that gave up sacks last time. All right, you got Hardy, Cansey, rookie DT, Bacon. Diaby got several sacks on us last time. I think this guy got a pick too. All right, what do we want to do here? I think we passed it a lot last time. I say I just go with the regular playbook, but maybe with like a pass medium. It'd be nice to lead the league in passing yards and touchdowns and all that jazz. But it also could be a trap game. Huh. Nah. Let's air it out. Let's have some fun. Okay, I think I did this already. And, yeah, let's go pass. 29th in the league at a penny. Okay. Who knows? Might throw some interceptions. Right. Nope. I'm going to defend short. And throw a medium. Okay. It recommends that. Hold on. What's the stats there? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just for shits and giggles. I'm going to save it here. I've never seen it happen. Usually, like, if it crashes mid-game, it would give me the option of do I want to continue. This one just nothing. Just didn't do that. Loaded it up twice. Now, unfortunately, every time I look at our schedule, I'm gonna have to explain what happened there because it just looks, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Okay, scout player practice. I think we're ready to play the game. Second game versus the Bucks in Carolina, the 0-6 Buccaneers, who gave us their first round upcoming pick. Versus, so far we're undefeated. And I'm not gonna play with this blue anymore. Against the Bucks, this ain't blue versus red. This is black versus fucking pewter. Let's get some of those passing yards back for Arch. You know what? I don't know. I'm superstitious. I started clicking the A button.
It's week 7 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Trevin Wallace. He's a nightmare to deal with in the front 7. It's the Panthers and the Buccaneers next on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. And come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams.
I wonder if anyone told Greg Olsen that, dude, you're the only one
is definitely ready. So are we.
who
Off we go
basically is
on
still
EA
talking
Sports.
when some people have to
The
cut
Panthers
you off.
now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all three phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, it's going to be a hard team to beat.
Now, Etienne, and a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
Why do they always seem to do
3
the
plays
opposite
in
of what I want
and
them
a
to do?
test. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now, Manning. He's got his man. That's Leggett. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To the air is Manning. And this ball batted away and incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Leggett. And it's going to be 3rd down.
That player is
The
just made for
motion
Tampa
man
Bay.
is Sanders. On 3rd down, it's Manning. And they're going to get to him and
Out of
take him
field goal
down.
range now.
Taken back to the other side of midfield.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
There's really no way around it, Mike. I mean, let's just call it what it is. This has been a disastrous start to their season thus far. I mean, they desperately need to get a win and change some of the energy in that building, because I can assure you, I've been there before. As these losses stack up, every day becomes more and more of a drag. And then all of a sudden you get that one big win, and the spirits of the building just change overnight. They need that. Can today be that spark? Because if not, they're in for a long season.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a
That
really good job
motherfucker looks
by the
awfully
defense.
fast.
Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it
I
down.
don't know about
and turn
that
into
one,
a
man.
runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
That was
On
way
play
faster
action,
than I'm used to
Mayfield.
seeing Baker run.
And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
The Panthers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Manning. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now Manning. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. Give him 14 on that one. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Manning. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Here's Manning. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw is Manning. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Looking to throw is Manning. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he will have a 1st down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long.
Are you shitting me?
Will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Are you
That's
shitting
gonna go
me?
down as a sack and a loss.
Why do our guys do
Quarterback
stupid
just
shit
has
like
to get
that?
this ball out of his hands. I understand
just
giving
ran
your
right
guy
to
a
him.
chance to pick up the 1st down. Let's see if he can get some space downfield past the sticks and put one on him. But once it's clear that's not going to work, this ball either needs to be thrown away, checked down, but you certainly don't want to continue to go backwards.
The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do
least get
on
some
their
yards,
2nd
man.
possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They go play action with Mayfield. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Man, Baker's having some mental issues. Oh, shit,
2nd
hopefully I didn't
down
speak
throw
too soon.
from Mayfield. Quick throw, taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Bucky Irvin. And now it's 4th down.
But I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait till their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
The Panthers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Throwing to begin this drive is Manning. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. A gain of 11 on that one. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The motion man is Sanders. They'll look to throw yet again. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Here's
Perfect
1st and 10.
Run defense right there.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Back to the air one more time.
Oh my fucking
And he got rid of that one
Why
quickly
does this
before the
happen
receiver even knew what was going on.
right around field
That's
goal
incomplete.
range?
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd.
An incompletion would be better than a fucking sack, Arch, please.
He'll look to throw.
Or
He'll try and get
or
there
first
on
down.
the ground. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
I guess these games would be boring if you made every decision perfectly.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. Back to the right, caught by Sanders.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch.
Get in there.
And it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
A run on 1st and goal. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the 2nd quarter have in store? And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Throwing now.
Wide open, man.
That one taken in. Middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll start at the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and receiver Chris Godwin set to take over again. He's been the man that makes this offense go. Currently number 2 in the NFL in terms of receptions for a wideout. Motion man, set right. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. He'll get this out wide. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. They send him right out of the slot. Baker going to give it to Irving. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's going to get him a 1st down here across midfield and down to the 45.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. Now, screen set up for Irving. And this takes him into the red zone.
Okay.
He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18.
Oh, man, I can't be hating on that move.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
You do realize they're going to go to him, right?
On play action, Mayfield. That is caught, and he'll take it on in.
Apparently someone slapped some sense into Baker.
Godwin. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Bucs will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Manning. That one complete to Leggett. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Now Manning. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2. To the air is Manning.
Damn it, Excel.
Not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete.
You're a starter.
Looked like he may have got a
So
little
one
ahead
more
of
drop and
there.
you're fucking benched.
And it's going to bring up 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Carolina.
Nice.
And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. The Bucs offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. Baker to throw. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that's going to be enough for a 1st down. They move the chains up past the 20.
Poor Nomura is trying to make sure he doesn't gain any more yards, and DB just comes in and gives him a little nudge.
A give. This is Irving. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
I don't know why teams
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
To his side.
Sending a receiver right. On 2nd down, a run with Irving.
Come on, man.
And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet.
What are you doing?
He'll get him down for no gain. 3rd and long.
Don't give it to him. Don't let them get it.
Now Mayfield. And this is going to be
nose tackle
incomplete.
definitely wasn't going to let
Great
him
work there,
sit there for too
making
long.
things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Tampa Bay. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Panthers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter
1 down at a time.
and get started with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. To throw, it's Manning. Quick throw, taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Right into a
And he's
defensive
going to be
tackle
taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's Manning. That's over the middle to his tight end, Sanders. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Shit, but they're probably going to go to the
Looking to
short
throw
route
is
right there.
Manning. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
We're hurting ourselves.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline.
Wide fucking
And
open.
it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. They face 2nd down and 7. They go play action with Mayfield. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Panthers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. So, 1 touchdown apiece for our 2 teams.
Underachieving.
7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Bengals who are out in front. The Bengals looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we'll head to Green Bay. Check on the Packers at home, Lambeau. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Wan'Dale Robinson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. The Steelers trying to hold on and claim victory. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. Low-scoring game, all time, 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here.
Ooh.
Keep that game to nothing.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Mayfield. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down. Mayfield.
Come on, man. Turn around and catch it.
There defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll look underneath here for Irving. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit
This guy's been pinning
and
us
go
deep
out
all
of
game.
bounds. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. The motion man is Sanders.
Hit it.
Into the secondary. Past the 15. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Back to throw is Manning. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 17 yards that time for number 17.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late,
I don't know. It just Sanders looks like he juggles it.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Throwing now, Manning. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll look to throw.
Nice.
That's to the right, caught by Sanders. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
I know, I'm biased, but listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Manning. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Manning.
Nice.
He'll check this down to the running back. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. This defense backed up but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. To the air is Manning. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked.
A hit, and he has lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Nearly a disaster there, especially in this area of the field, Mike. You know these guys are reaching for the ball. That is such a priority of every defense around the league. Create turnovers, especially in the red zone. Fortunately for this guy, he gets to get back in the huddle for another crack at it, thanks to some quick thinking and good hustle from one of his own guys.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Panthers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
The Bucs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll get about 5.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. They'll go again here with Irving. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
I think we need to blitz him.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was
Up
arriving.
the middle, just blitz him.
And it'll be
Send Wallace right now.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's a 3rd down and 4. It's the tight end Henry in motion. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
1st and 10. In motion now is White. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
We need a sack.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the gun, it's Mayfield.
Almost.
He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be taken down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Here's a run. Whoa! he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Here now, second down and goal. They send a receiver in motion left.
Throw a pick, throw a pick. Oh!
He
How the
puts it
fuck?
up, and it's caught. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So that's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year.
The fuck? Scorton was right there. Right fucking there. Oh, man. Damn it. Oh, man. This is what we get for letting him just stick around. It's a trap game.
And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers are on top. It's 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch
Lucky
and
there,
pivot
man.
and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And he's got it. He'll move the chains. 1st down at the 47.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Now a give on the ground. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. To throw, it's Manning. He's got his tight end, that's Sanders. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A throw, left side, caught by Sanders.
What could an elite guy do?
And that keeps him ahead of schedule.
That he's not
doing. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
How much difference is it?
Here's Manning.
When you have draft picks, I mean, it doesn't hurt to use them.
And they'll
If you
whistle
have a
him
position
down,
you want to take a chance
before
on.
it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Looking to throw is Manning. Now a screen
Come on,
set
man.
up
You
for ETN.
outrun that fucker.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Oh, and
Damn
this
it.
one's going to wind up incomplete.
Bro.
That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find
drop
the
one
handle,
more,
and
I'm
it's going to
benching your
lead to a
ass.
3rd down.
We can't be dropping shit here. That's how we let them hang around, man.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it.
Fuck.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Why not just go for the field goal, man? Stupid fucking decisions.
They'll throw out of the gun.
Don't make it. Oh, shit. He
That
made
one
it.
is caught
Nice
beyond the
fucking catch.
pylon.
You lucky fuckers.
Touchdown, Carolina. What
That
a
was
game
any
this
of the
has
other
been.
receivers,
Back
does
and
he come
forth
down
we
with it?
go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The extra point is up and through. And the Panthers move
Come
out
on,
to
man.
a 3-point edge.
We have their
17
first
to
overall
14.
pick. Let's just keep digging that hole for them.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes a return from the 5. And they'll be set up well as he is past the
Already not a good
35-yard line.
start.
The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Here's Irving. A short pickup to the 38. 2nd down and 8. Right back to Irving. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going.
Surprised they didn't call that,
for
throw
the
that
loss
flag.
of a yard. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Baker to throw.
Nice.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there.
Blitz up the middle.
Making things
Cover the
difficult
tight end.
defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Seems like a
The
good
Buccaneers
recipe.
getting their punter out there. Will be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing to begin this drive is Madden. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Nakua snags it over the middle. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything.
And what do you call that? That's not
right
tackling
now,
practice?
Possess the ball,
What the
protect
fuck up,
ball,
Greg?
and ultimately just run
Should
the
be
clock
handing the
out.
ball off.
2nd down and 3.
Unless it's 2nd and short, in which case you can go long.
Up the middle they go. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
There's that man again. Another catch. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw is Manning. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
That's another Carolina Panthers.
The motion man is Sanders. On the play fake, here's Manning.
Oh, shit, he's got him. He's got him.
That is gonna
Beautiful.
be
Sanders.
and he's got it.
I was just talking about elite tight ends. Look at that.
Touchdown, Panthers.
Wow.
He's now over the century mark, Mike.
Now we're
I
playing
get
some
that this
highlight
holiday
football.
was just started as something fun. It wasn't meant to impact how teams prepare for games necessarily. But I have to wonder, Mike, with it being National Tight Ends Day, did they have a little extra look or two his way to help him reach this total?
Is it
Now,
really
the
National
extra
Tight Ends
point.
Day in the game? Hold on.
He's got it. Panthers go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the
National
kicks
Tight
away.
Ends Day, typically observed on the 4th
And
Sunday
this
of
one
October.
is fielded in the end zone. Will not be
Is it
returned.
really fucking?
So it'll come out to the 30. The visitors'
What the fuck?
offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming.
Is there a calendar
Started
in the
with
game?
1st and 10.
Oh yeah, there is. It shows the
Out of the shotgun,
date.
Mayfield gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get about half
So it's
what
week
they
7.
needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets
Yeah.
up 2nd and 5.
It might be National Tight Ends Day in the game.
To throw is Mayfield. He's got his big tight end, Henry. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to
Damn
look,
it.
and we'll step out for a moment. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Slot man in motion left. On 1st down, here's Irving. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Mayfield. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up
Come on, let's get a
3rd
pick,
and a
man.
yard.
Since we can't get to the quarterback.
They'll run with Irving. And he's going to have a Buccaneers 1st down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Ooh.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And
So
unable
that's
to
going to
connect
suck
there.
because
It's
we
incomplete.
only have 2 defensive tackles. He's
For
one
the
of
most
them.
part, he's been very accurate
He's out for
with
multiple
the ball.
games.
He's
I may
completing
have
over
to
60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big
Make a roster
explosive
spot.
plays, continue to push the ball downfield,
Or,
hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
no, okay, maybe not. Maybe I can move
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up
move some
4.
people around. I need to
Bring
move
up
Derek
3rd
Brown to
down.
DT.
In
Okay.
motion now is White.
Get him, please. Thank you.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down.
Nice.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
All right, get your rushing yards.
The
man.
Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. And it's looking like the win streak to start the year is going to continue for another week. What a tremendous performance here as they are out to finish this one off. To the ground, a 1st down run. They'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They go play action with Madden. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
I'm fine with it.
Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead.
Back.
The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again.
Yeah, well,
and it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole
run
lot
some
better.
routes. All right, let's see here. While we're in here, torn labrum. I can't. Oh, so what are those, like 6 weeks each? Oh well, we don't know. Didn't this say severe concussion? Damn. No, whatever. That's why we get depth.
Cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. A pass pulled in by Irving. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one. The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That is caught.
Come on,
he
man.
Got Godwin.
The fuck is this?
Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 82 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off.
Holy shit, they kicked
Brown now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Swear to God, dude.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
Just get a first down, it's practically over.
Now ETN. And he'll be close to a first down.
Over
A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And don't do something stupid.
3rd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
The Buccaneers offense and receiver Chris Godwin set to take over again. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point.
This shit's fucking rigged, man.
On first down is Mayfield.
There we go.
Fumbled the football.
Get in the end zone. Thank you.
Panthers have it. And
Easy peasy.
bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And a terrific play for the defense to come up with the score that, Greg, extends their lead and really hurts the offense's momentum.
Mike, it's hard enough in this league when you find yourself trailing in the second half to be able to battle yourself back and try to end up winning this game. But when you have turnovers like that, that not only then extend the lead, it just makes that even a taller task.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Panthers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. Quickly to the outside and complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. On play action, Mayfield.
Nice.
That is intercepted.
Price sock. Go, baby. Get past him.
And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Panthers offense ready to take over possession of the football. And this crowd certainly has liked what they have seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in. They have not disappointed as they have the advantage here in the fourth.
And we have their first round pick. Take that, Bucks. I like that the crowd provides an applause for every successful meal.
So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I really hope this game
Follow
doesn't
us
fucking crash on me
X
again.
at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Uptown Charlotte.
$253 yards passing against us, but with one of them being like, what, 80 yards? Arch with 325. Alright, please don't fucking crash on me. Last time I did team stats, let's do player stats. Alright, 394 total yards. We rushed for 92 to their 90. Threw for 302 to their 223. Arch with 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Good game. Over 320 or 300 yards. 66% completion. That's a good, solid starter game right there. All right, Scotabo, ETN. We get Taylor back next week. Sanders with 11 catches. I mean, that's pretty elite. So I'd have to ask myself, like, just what would an elite tight end do? Good to see Harbor get a lot of catches. Reichardt, Donko with 2 sacks. Damn. Scoring again. Leading every game with tackles for loss. Alright, let's look at the highlights. I don't think there was shit in the first quarter. Oh, okay. That's just him getting... Yeah. See, the reason I have this play in there, and this is what kind of... I like the idea of it, but this is my worry. What I like is that, like, it gives the offensive lineman time to get in front of the running back so the running back doesn't outrun them. But the problem is you can get caught up, like right there. So I don't know if, you know what? I may go and decrease that and put it in there specifically for that reason, because I hate when running backs outrun their blockers. But it seems to be creating a problem. At least the catch would be better than this. Okay, now this is what I don't... Oh, never mind. I kind of understand it. But not really. I mean, JC, your number one priority shouldn't be just like running backwards without looking at what's going on. Dude, look at this thing. Snap the ball. 2 of our receivers just sitting there. That's kind of a neat little trick play. Didn't even realize that was designed that way. Okay, yeah, that's on the tackle. And, you know, ETN, you didn't really fucking help there. Is that like 4 verts? Oh shit, it worked out. "82 yards they shouldn't have. Or at least 60. You know they have to pass. Why are you guys... That's just a shitty fucking... Oh, fucks. Alright, so you have Harbor streaking, man. You should have offloaded it right there. Like right there. And you would have had a touchdown. Or lob it to Pakua. Puka. You can't expect your fucking offensive line to hold on that long. Here we go. Oh, motion got caught up. I wonder if I should find more motion plays like this. Beautiful, man. I should definitely look for more motion plays like that. Where the guy in motion goes deep. That would be fun. But have it be one of the fast guys, yeah. Alright, so you could have went to Coker right there. Okay. Seemed like a panic throw. Oh shit, that's gonna hurt. 6 weeks, Umemi Allen, 6 weeks, Jackson Jr. Damn it. These concussions, man. They're killing us. But hey, man, that's why we have depth. So let's see. Here's what I'm gonna do. No, actually, I need to do. What the fuck am I doing? There. Wait, do I want to do that? No, I don't have to do that. All right, we might see a lot more of LeVar Arrington Jr. now. Could you imagine if we ended up with the first and second overall pick? All right, next week's trade deadline. Let's see how everyone did. Okay, let's see. So, holy shit. 4 games ahead. And we have the tiebreaker against the Saints for now. Holy shit. Is this going to be the earliest any team's ever fucking clinched the division? Oh, man. All right, how the Broncos doing? 1-5. All right, so us and the Bears are the only undefeated teams. Eagles have the second pick. We have the third. Dude, that's just like, is that? I mean, it's not cheating. It's just cheesy. It's just like the stroke of luck when it comes to like the Rams. We got the fourth overall pick. I mean, I'll take it. It's just sooner or later we're gonna have too many picks. Literally, too many picks. Like it's not even a quote unquote good problem to have. It's just gonna be like this is just because what am I gonna like? I don't want to pay the players here either, especially if there's not players that I want. Like let's say we get a tight end, but he's not slated to go to like I don't know the 15th pick or something, and there's only one. Then what else you got? Like okay, maybe a receiver. I mean shoot, I guess that's not a bad idea. Then you trade Puka. Do you want to trade Puka? Like, let's say you can't afford him, so let's say you trade him anyways, and then what do you get? Another second, first round pick or something? So, just to fucking prove it. See? None of them are forced. None of them are forced. And they are the Seahawks, Cowboys. Oh, okay. Lions, Ravens. They don't have the easiest schedule now. They really need to turn it around. Seahawks played us hard. Cowboys got the Hall of Famer Miller Moss. Broncos suck this year. Lions suck this year. Cardinals have that Levitt kid. Ravens, of course, are good. Did they already lose to the Falcons? Yeah, they did. Niners can play hard. Chiefs, definitely. And maybe even the Raiders. All right, let's see where we stand with the stats. Arch is leading the league now, but not in touchdowns. Emmanuel was on pace to challenge that record, and now he won't. With that many passing yards, it's kind of nice to see someone not in receiving leaders, because that means we're basically dishing it out, splitting the targets. Look at Simpson, man, with Arizona leading in solo tackles. I wonder how's Chuba doing? Oh, where the fuck's Chuba? Hmm. Yeah, it's been a rough couple years. Okay, well, you had a chance to start. Loses the battle to a rookie. And the Eagles are now losing. Maybe it's because when they hand it off to Chuba, he runs straight at the center's ass. All right, that'll do it for this one. Until next time.